So I watched The Toll for the first time last night. This has only recently came to Shudder in the last week or so, and I watched it for the first time last night. I went into this with very little expectations and knowing very little about the actual premise and story itself. I didn't see any of the trailers. Like, I've seen the posts around. I've seen people I watch. People I watch on YouTube and like review and talk about the movie, and and they've said that it's good and all that. And so yeah, I went in pretty open minded at what to expect. I wasn't sure if this was going to be like a slasher movie or if it was going to be kind of like an urban legend type movie. And I didn't really know what to expect from that end of things. And as far as what I thought of the movie as a whole, I thought this was an excellent movie. Like, I did not expect myself to enjoy this movie as much as I did. Like honestly, I thought this movie got so much correct that a horror movie, like as far as the horror movie formula goes, like sound is a big thing in this movie. The sound not only helps the environment but the overall atmosphere of this one location that this movie is based in. And even if you don't see the picture and you are just listening to these sound, it has very creepy music, and it has very creepy sounds of stuff you hear here in the woods that you don't actually see but you're aware and you hear of. And I think that helps build amazing atmosphere in the movie as far as this actual tall man. And I thought the acting in the movie, I thought was really good. And as far as their characters, it's like, okay, that's probably my only gripe, my minor gripe with this movie is the characters. I thought they could have been a bit more developed on, because I felt like, especially in the first act, there's not a whole lot of detail. There's not a whole lot of character given to us. But then, as this story starts unfolding, we do see like a lot of these characters' past kind of shine through, and through the story we learn about these characters and some of the tragic events that have happened like through their life. But then, as I'm reflecting on the movie now, I can't really say their characters really stuck with me. But I think for what they have, I thought was okay. I just thought the character development, like I thought where it was placed in the second and third act, and as far as how it was executed in the story, I thought was okay. But at least give us something in the first act to make us care. But yeah, that's my only minor gripe. But performance wise, great. And as far as the actual Tollman design, I won't get too much into that. But yeah, the actual Tollman, from what we can see of him, it's a very creepy, look. It's a very creepy design. And it's mainly used in background or very subtle shots, which makes it a much more of an effective presence and much more of an effective atmosphere, because you're always aware of this tall man. And there's this, I guess there's this whole lore built around him, is that he can see you, but he can see you and he knows your every move, which also does help like with the atmosphere a lot in the location that the characters are in. Um, and there's a lot of like great effective sequences as far as the scares. The like for the most part, all of the scares I thought were pretty well placed throughout the movie. So yeah, like at the end of the day, I would say yeah, go check this movie out if you have Shudder, or if it's somewhere else streaming. I would say yeah, go check it out. It's a great little horror movie.